We still are the most influential and one of the most respected countries in the world. And hearing how many people don't want to help their fellow Americans, it's very disheartening.
I really struggle though. People that have the wealth and have worked for it, I can see their point that they have a hard time giving for somebody that's not putting forth an effort. It bothers me that some people take advantage of the situation.
Does it ever bother you that some of your money is going to help people that don't have a job?
No, not at all. I think that's what it's there for.
We don't have one single source for these kind of events. We have bar guides and movie guides and restaurant and food cart guides, but no one source for these kind of progressive events that enable citizens to get engaged in their community, or that move forward democracy, or that just allow people to do something different with their night. And voila! Progressive Calendar Portland. Working title.
We got the swords.
We're here today at the Avenue of Roses, celebrating the unveiling of Portland's newest art project. It is the wall you see behind us, here at 82nd Avenue and Jonesmore.
That metal stuff over there is an eyesore, and it sucks.
Do you ever wish that you had private insurance or could go to the U.S. for care?
Yeah, if you're hit, we've got the best in the world, we're telling you.
No, Betty.
You're just doing your thing.
Yeah, I'm tired of hearing that the rest of the world that has universal health care is communist and falling apart.
Yeah, we're a bit tired of that too.
I don't smoke. It's a true story. Why? A, because it's disgusting and smells bad. B, was I doing 8 years of breeze? B, because I'm a singer. And you gotta protect this, you know what I mean? And I like to climb mountains. I don't know if you've tried to breathe at 10,000 feet, but it's a little bit difficult. So mix that with a smoker's inability to breathe. Just not possible.
This is me peering into a volcano. Yep, that smoke coming out of it, that's sulfur. Sulfur coming out of the mountain.
Smells terrible.
This is me and the Olympics. I prefer climbing mountains on skis. Climbing up on skis. Coming down on skis. Love riding my bicycle. And playing in fields of flowers. And swimming in water. Any body of water, I'll get in it. Especially if my doggy's there.
What do you know about Canadian healthcare?
Very little.
Not a lot, to be honest with you.
I was a freelance artist for a long time. I gave that up to go sit in an office and file papers so that I could have health care. And it amazed me that other people in other countries never have to think about that.
We will also be talking to Liz, the Sustainability Coordinator of the Montevilla Neighborhood Association.
82nd Avenue has been a street that's been neglected far too long.
Topics might include healthcare, homelessness, international issues, and event type. Well, what is event type? Sometimes you just don't care what the topic is. You want to see a documentary. You want to meet someone who's produced a film. You want to get your hands in the dirt, your butt on a bike, or just kayak around some wetlands.
Canadians overwhelmingly from every walk of life are like, oh gosh, no, I mean, that's what I want my tax dollars to go to, is helping other people.
I'm very happy my tax dollars go to that. That's what democracy is all about.
I couldn't find a single person that had that very American ideal of what's mine is mine and other people should work for what they have. And I couldn't find a single Canadian that had that sentiment.
If you have a mentality of looking after each other, it makes it a safer community.
The majority of Canadians want to provide as good a life as they can for, their fellow citizens.
I kept hearing that Canada's system was broken and that Canadians were flocking over the border to get US care. I bought a ticket up to Vancouver, Canada. I rented camera equipment and I took my bicycle. I thought maybe I would film in Vancouver for a couple days and cycle on back to Portland, but I ended up staying up there the whole week. I got up in the morning and I dreaded to set a camera up on the street and just start asking people questions, and would they get offended and would they want to talk to me.
You're a little softer.
Okay. Our system needs some work, some improvement. Any system does. I don't think any bureaucracy is perfect.
Did I mention that I like to, ride my bicycle in a dress, towing a dog? I also really like taking photos, and I like my dog. I know, he's so beautiful.
Did you have to wait very long to be seen?
Nope, I went into emergency here and I was taken care of within 5 minutes.
I had a detached retina.
Wow.
And so they referred me down here. I saw my doctor yesterday at 2, and I had an appointment down here at 8 o'clock this morning.
How's your healthcare system work for you?
Lousy.
And how do you feel about your healthcare system?
I think it's wonderful.
I can't say enough good things about it.
I just thank God every day that I am a Canadian citizen.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm very lucky.
We are blessed. Every time that I've absolutely needed healthcare.
Because of our
I've had excellent
Canadian
experience with healthcare here.
I would choose the Canadian system.
I really like the healthcare system.
All in all, it's pretty good.
I have nothing but praise.
Has the Canadian healthcare system treated you?
Well, we're still alive. I think it's the result that counts.
Overwhelmingly, virtually everyone I met was like passionately loving their system.
We have everything in Canada. I want to make that quite clear.
I expected, from what I've heard here and from the few videos I've seen here, that 5% would love their healthcare and 5% would have awful horror stories, and everyone else would be like, waits. So it was really interesting to see how one-sided they were. I mean, how much of a consensus there was in favor of the Canadian healthcare system. And it also made me really a little disgusted inside, because then I realized how much people were lying to Americans.
I've actually lived in the States. I spent 6 years in the States, and bar none, hands down, this system is better.
I asked, over 300 people, and I couldn't find a single person who had come to the U.S. for care. And I asked over 300 people, and I couldn't find a single person who would trade in their life.